Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Everybody knows my name, shit. I'ma have this whole fucking game list, spitting with the same wit, and I'm gonna be famous. Ain't nobody able to delay this. Coming up, I had a vision to make it. Never wanted to be nothing, always wanted to play shit. Sit in class, always wondering why I love this lame shit.
Welcome MLBB fans from all over the world. This is the Mobile Legends Bang Bang M3 World Championship Playoffs, day number 1. Remember, all of this amazing, beautiful tournament is powered by Moonton, presented to you by TikTok Live and supported by the Singaporean Tourism Board. This has been a whole slew of games, and we are so excited here at the Caster's Desk to bring it straight to your doorstep. My name is Gideon Q, and here today with me, it's gonna be Mirko as well as Wolf. How you boys feeling about the first day of playoffs?
Man, feeling great as usual, man, but even greater here today of the first day of the playoffs. I can't wait to get to the games, obviously starting with match number 1 with Blacklist taking on BTK.
You know, I'm so hyped about the opening, all of the excitement, and of course the fact that we are gonna be seeing the best in the world when it comes to Mobile Legends. We're gonna be starting with 4 teams today, but all throughout the 9-day stretch, my God, I can't hold it anymore.
Me neither. A lot of teams have come from all over the world.
Dahil mukhang 2-lane setup ang gagawin ng Blacklist International, OHEB and Oh My Venus. Siyempre, kapag level 1 talaga, you really need to help the Harit.
As much as possible.
As much as possible.
Para mabilis agad yung watch me nene niya. Pero again, tingnan natin na actually yung naging hero ni OHEB. Alam natin na isa to sa mga heroes niya talaga. But at the same time, parang sinasabi, na pagdating sa Harit, automatic, ito na yung Pikachu ni OHEB na pag yun yung ginamit niya, automatic, grabe yung magiging performance niya. But for BTK, maganda yung kanilang binitaw or binigay na heroes dito against the Blacklist International. Kasi pangontra naman sila doon sa healing. Pero top lane, mabilis ngayon ang Blacklist.
So ito yung plano ng Blacklist.
Pigilan.
Gusto nilang pigilan itong gold lane. Gusto nilang gawing dead lane. Yung gold lane ni Fried Chicken. Or bukod doon is to protect OHEB and talagang ipa-level 4 agad si OHEB. Gera agad. But here you go. Ito yung kapangyarihan ng isang Lolita sa iyong lineup. Kaya niyong gawin yung mga ganong movements. Level 2 Lolita, scary at pwede nang sumama ng sumama.
Meron din kasi siyang kaltok dito against Blacklist International. Kaya pala, for Blacklist International, kaya din sila nasa may top lane kasi ayaw nila maging golden fried chicken.
Yun nga eh. Alam mo naman kapag naging golden ang fried chicken,
masarap yun.
Rapsi. So talagang they want to shut it down and give OHEB the time of his life. Interesting choice of Blacklist International, Chantel. 4 na Purify.
Oo. Para hindi makapag-setup ng play, maganda dito si Shark. Alam na natin yan.
Oo, pero tingnan natin Ultimate para dito kay Haji. Makakuha na ko. May setup na ginagawa, of course, si Moba Zane. Ito na yung mga blades. Double kill. This is the early game na pinag-uusapan natin, Chantel, para sa side ng BKK. Triple sweep after triple sweep. Kahit na naka-4 na Purify kayo, or should I say, Purify, parang ang gusto nilang gawin is to bait the Purify and then tsaka mag-ulti si Moba Zane.
Tama. Yun yung nakikita din natin ngayon for BTK, yun yung pinaka-strategy nila. Kung mapapansin natin talagang pino-force nila dito against Blacklist International na magkaroon agad ng mga setup play. Kasi hindi pa nga level 4 si Oh My V.
Mamaya pa.
Para instant burst na agad para sa kanila. Kuha nila agad, minus na agad sa gold. Di na agad makakapag-farm dito yung mga players ng Blacklist International. And the later on, isa pa pala sa mga kinambatan ng Blacklist International, hindi magiging ganun kadali ang buhay ni The Queen because of Moba Zane as well.
Well, tignan natin kung mag-work. Tignan natin kung mag-work yung Purify kasi alam ko na po Purify yun eh. Yung triple sweep eh. Pero syempre, bukod sa triple sweep, kailangan mag-ingat din sila sa Numinum Blast kasi mukhang talagang gusto nilang i-shutdown eh. Si Moba Zane eh, pinanood nila lahat ng stream ni Moba Zane. Pinanood nila lahat ng live.
Nagpuyat sila para doon. Finally, dati yung Blacklist, mga heroes nila yung binaban 5. Ngayon, ang ginawa nila, ban natin yung isa sa kanila. At nako, nag-purify pa, ayaw pa laruin. There you go, that is the triple sweep. Pero nagamit ng purify. Napa-ultimate ngayon. Of course, si Oh My Venus sabay. Siyempre, feathered airstrike. Ito tuloy baba, may bulwark na ginagawa. Si Shark. Kalma muna.
But then again, kalma muna. Look at this. 2 Purifies burned. Calamity Reaper para kay Oheb. Meanwhile, BTK magre-reset chance. 1-on-1 coming in. But nothing's gonna happen.
Matagal pa yan.
Kalma lang muna.
Magaling ginagawa dito ni Edward. Kung papansin natin na hinabol talaga siya doon na ni Victor actually. And yung bottom lane. Ito na naman tayo sa mga Edward moves. Hindi na muna siya
Okay.
Edward Balboa ngayon. Edward the Dancer muna siya.
The Edward the Dancer.
Esmeralda.
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 Alam mo, ito nga gusto ko na na-mention mo yan Kasi it seems na ang Blacklist all throughout this year is kapag may nasa-shutdown silang isang lane, may isa namang side lane
Pero umaangat
na umaariba. That is the Oheb and Edward.
Sabi niya, tabi mo, akin na to.
The Oheb Edward special na kapag hindi gumagana, papaganahin yung isa. Ngayon, if you are BTK, clear kasi yung ginagawa ng BTK. Na ang ginagawa nila, kailangan early game natin maganda. Kaso ayaw nilang palaruin. Ayaw nilang palaruin si Moba Zane. Chantel, 4 na Purify just to counter this Saber. Pero men,
Nako.
sabi ni Moba Zane, anong counter?
Kanina ka ba nandyan, Edward? Sabi nila na BTK, but for Blacklist International, ang shifting ng kanilang orientation ngayon is kumuha ng objectives against BTK. Kasi kung titignan natin, sa may middle lane kanina, yes, napatay si Edward, pero ang gusto nang kuhanin is maklear lang yung minion wave. Pero another kill for BTK, although, eto, BTK, yes, nakafocus sila sa kills, pero hindi ganon kalaki yung nagiging gap sa gold.
Kaso kung iisipin mo, Chantel, yung burst damage kasi nila napakalakas Look at this. Even Fried Chicken, controlling, measuring everything up. Yung burst, like for example, binanggit mo to meron kang Beatrix, gamit na gamit yung Nibiru for the burst damage. Ayan Nibiru smash, yung dalawa walang pakialam. Si Fried Chicken! Sa nararamdaman ni Ajit, my Venus! What a counter play! And kung iisipin mo Zia plus the setup na meron si Shark, ang taas ng CC, ang taas ng burst sa umpisa.
At saka ang taas ng chance na mapag-sabay-sabay nila, or hindi naman sabay-sabay, pero maganda yung pagkakasunod ng bitaw nila na skills para makuha nila yung gustong kuhaan against Blacklist International. Pero Blacklist International, ang kinaganahan dito, is si Haji, hindi pa natin nakikita yung kanyang mga fair air na biglang, yun yung pwedeng pang-counter against BTK.
Yung positioning.
Yes.
Actually, na-positioning din ni Wise. Na-position din ni Wise yung sarili niya. Paisipan na gagawin. Si Edward na target dito. Nabagamit siya ng Purify. Nice Purify onto the Cho. Pero ito na nga yung position na gustong gawin ni Naoy. Pero triple sweep. Oh no! Monster kill na gawa ni Mama Zane. Nagsasagwan ngayon yung dalawang kupunan. Mawawala na yung Summon Force. Kailangan na ba mag-back ng Blacklist International? Yes! Kailangan na ng dalawang kupunan mag-back. But that is a crucial kill once again for Moba Zane. Now completing his item at mukhang may kasama pang turtle, Chantel.
Napakabilis for BTK actually na makakuha ng kill against Blacklist International. For Blacklist International, hindi muna sila advisable na dumiretso. Kasi kanina si Oheb, nakalimutan yata na meron pang triple sweep si Moba Zane during
Ang hirap
Ang dami mo kailangan bilangin kung eto, may checklist pa.
May checklist Kumbaga may Cho, may triple sweep, and okay, yung kalabasa-blasa ilalabas. Pero ayun yung pailaw, of course, ng Reyna. Pero may sipa na gagawin ngayon kay Edward. Edward still alive. Frostmourne shield, Nakaw shield. Victor, mapapasubukan. Pero ngayon, here comes Haji. Pero yung Shark na mula sa likod ni Wise. Wise! From behind, finally, Blacklist International taking a kill. And finally, kahit pa paano, masasabi natin kung sila lumamang. Victor is down.
Blacklist International, dumidepensa ngayon against the BTK. Nakikita na natin yung kanilang synergy, nahanap nila kanilang group kung paano pagaganahin yung kanilang lineup against Team BTK. Pero BTK ngayon, kung titignan natin in terms of the gold, almost same pagdating sa players ng Blacklist International. Pero naiwan si The Queen at 2.7k gold. So, kaya siya medyo madaling matarget dito ng BTK.
Madali din siyang ma-burst. Ang dalawa yung kailangan mo. Ano bang pipiliin mo na pangtanggal ng CC? Yung sipa ba ng Cho o yung triple sweep? Sinabay pa actually kay Wise. Siya pa yung walang Purify.
Oh my G!
Nakita mo yun siya tilabang nasa ere sa triple sweep. Inaliyop. Sinipa actually. Sinipa siya ni Victor. And wow! And OM is also down. This is Blacklist International na nawala yung strength nila. Usually at 8 minutes, ito
Meron
na
na
yung
sila.
timing. Ito na yung timing.
Parang yun na yung overtime nila. Yun yung sinasabi natin na naging strength ng Blacklist International during MPL Season 8 na pag nahuhul.
Grabe.
Pero si Edward dito, nakikita na natin kakunatan niya. Hindi lang dapat sila mahuli from time to time masecure
Oh
dito
my
ng
God.
Team
Okay.
BTK. Pero very aggressive from Team BTK. Meron pang Demon Hunter Sword ngayon, si Floyd Chicken. And meron pang nasa taas na nagki-clear ng minion wave.
It's all about the damage output for the side of BTK. And I can now say, Chantel, it's not really about MOBA Zayn then. It is BTK na ina-activate talaga nila din yung lineup. Yung
Oo.
pick-off lineup na meron ang kanilang kupunan.
Walang panghuli for MOBA Zayn actually. MOBA Zayn is now 7-0-1. So Blacklist International, medyo nakukulong sila. Pero matiwala tayo na makukuha nila yung groove nila later on. As long as merong pumunta sa may side. Kasi as of now,
Hindi nila na-flow yung
Hindi.
side. And ito knowing Blacklist International, hindi ito yung first time na napunta sila sa ganitong situation. It's them na gumagawa ng magagandang calls pagdating sa late game. Yung calls na, maglo-lord ka ba? Yung calls na, ika-clash ba natin to? Now, if you are BTK and you are leading ng ganito,
3.1K.
kailangan wag kang magpo-fall sa bait ng napakagandang
yan.
call ng Blacklist.
Oo.
Kailangan as one pa rin kayo. And kung nakikita natin ngayon, Chantel, mukhang karespeto ang calls nila. Hindi nag-ulti si MOBA Zayn kapag alam niya may purify, inuultihan nila may retry lang. Mga ganon.
Kagaya niyan, naka-red.
Okay. Pero titignan natin.
Si Shark, nabangga ng Shark.
Nabangga rin si Shark. But nothing's gonna happen.
Hinga lang muna. Para sa ating mga dalawang teams, kanaganahan dito for the side of Team BTK, meron silang mga skills. Although si Shark nabawasan na isa, same goes with the Blacklist International. Pero naka-ready sila, nakapwesto. I-reset na ko. BTK ngayon, kailangan nilang umatras. Kasi most probably, Blacklist International ang kukuha against them.
Ito nga yung binabanggit natin, yung calls Merong ganong calls Kapag
Biglaan no?
Kapag nakabiglaan kapag may naka-shove na lane, tsaka magkukulang Reyna ng go tayo sa Lord. Ito na, dito na nagmamatter. Ito na yung tunay na laro Pinag-usapan natin Yung early game, lahat ng teams
Wala
marunong na yan Marunong na yan
Magbabuff, tapos silip-silip, Tito Wanderer. Pero ngayon, BTK and Blacklist International, di na magmamatter yung kanilang mga late game calls. Kung ano pwede nilang gawin or para mabait dito may iba. Oh
my
God!
Kahit na na-purify yun, may damage output pa rin talaga. At
Ang
nirat-rat
sakit.
na ni Fight Chicken. The Nibiru. Getting all of the damage. Nagkatabi-tabi ngayon, pero look at this. Victor, inaangatan lang yung tatlo. Nako, naghawak kamay na si Nawais at si Venus, pero tinanggal. Sabi dito ni Victor, huwag kayong maghawak kamay. Yeah! Tatlo ang nawala sa Blacklist and BTK. Proving the doubters right now.
Nako po.
At mukhang gusto nilang i-break ang code shots 512. May kasama pa Lord.
May kasama pa Lord. Pause muna natin laro para hindi na makakuha yung Lord.
Oh my!
Oh my God, BDK right now, maganda yung kanilang communication for every team fight. And minamaximize nila yan. Kita natin dito sa ating instant replay brought to you by Oppo. Nakita nila si Edward and si Oheb. Magkatabi doon si MOBA Zayn and Fried Chicken. So instant burst agad yung nagamit with the combo of triple sweep and the Renner damage as well.
Oh my.
Tapos dumiretso na yung mga players ng BTK.
Oh my. Ang tawag ko dito, Chantel, ito ang prutas strategy.
Bakit prutas strategy?
Kasi ano bang ginagawa sa prutas? Pinipitas. Pinipitas lang ng BTK, isa-isa ang Blacklist International. Kailangan ng itaas ng mga agents ang kanilang mga kamay.
Energy ball!
Dahil mukhang, oh my God, BTK. Batak na batak.
Oh, biglang dalawang tulog lang, biglang naging sobrang batak. Pero maganda yung kanilang naging pagkabatak dito na Blacklist International. Meron silang mga pang late game heroes. They have Oheb. They also have Edward. Kailangan lang nila masustain. Kailangan nila makuha. Or masalo na nga tama yung damage dito ng Blacklist International. BTK. Pero BTK right now.
Okay.
Iba ang kanilang pinapakita.
Haji, kaya niya bang i-channel ang kanyang inner KDA machine? Nabanggit mo to, Chantel. One way for Blacklist to win this, one way for Blacklist is to Haji to have a position na kung saan mababurst na yung apat-tatlo.
Yung para mabait nila pumasok.
Yung mabait nila pumasok.
Pero biglang feathered airstrike.
Biglang feathered airstrike ng ganon. Pero ilang feathered airstrike ba ang kailangan?
Mga,
Apat lang yun, di ba?
mga 3-4.
Mga 3-4 na talagang ma-burst down. Because Saver is still a squishy hero. Kaso, man, this is...
Oh, sakit na pa. Ang sakit na ni Fight Chicken. Meron na siyang Demon Hunter Sword tsaka Blade of Despair.
Okay.
Pero Blacklist International, meron na ditong Holy Crystal si Haji. So lahat, agents, buong Pilipinas, kumapit tayo ngayon
Eto
sa
na.
Crystal ni Haji.
Sa kristal ni Haji. Pero, BTK is considered the underdogs of this matchup. Dahil sa talagang stats-wise. Pero yung galaw I mean...
Iba so
kaya,
malinis
Malinis kilala ang BTK sa mga micro outplays. At kapag magaling ka sa micro outplays, ibig sabihin nun, no pun intended, BTK batak ka maglaro.
Oo.
At mukhang batak talaga sila.
Parang yung sa Trinitas, pag nakita mo na may isang kumaliwa, inaayos agad ng BTK.
Alam mo agad. Alam mo agad.
Parang
Oo.
ganun yung ginagawa ngayon na,
Sakit.
sakit.
Oh,
My God.
the Renner Sniper Proc.
Naramdaman ko din yun
Kalahati ang bawas. Shoutout kay Hawkeye.
Ayan.
Kahit hindi araw off.
Oh my G.
Oh, binibait nila yung ultimate ni Haji.
Oo. Ayan. Pagka possible din, i-bait din nila dito. O kahit skill ni Omay or kaya skill dito ni Haji. That's it. Pinasok.
Pero ito, sinabay ngayon yung Shark tsaka Luminous Blast. Mukhang tuloy yata ang laban dahil binabasag na
Oheb!
yung tower. Oheb ngayon pulado. Pero papasok na si Shark. Shark bait. Pero ngayon, Wise pulado na din. Oh my G! Yatap si Wise! BTK!
Nako.
Proving to everyone na mali kayo. 2% ang bumoto. Oh my!
Naku, magkakaroon pa ng minion wave. Kailangan dumepensa dito na Blacklist International.
Team USA!
Oh my God.
BTK!
Sige mo si Haji.
BTK proving the doubters wrong and they will take game number 1.
Wow.
Ang lupit nun.
BTK.
We need to recognize Blacklist. We all thought na E to the Z.
Oo.
E to the Z. But man,
Iba to. Ibang BTK to.
ibang batak to.
Tinago.
Ibang batak to.
Oo. Kakaibang pagbabatak ang ginawa nila doon.
I feel that the Esmeralda, magandang hero, pero parang hindi siya kagaya ng Pakito that can actually,
Crowd control din.
that can actually put up outplays like yung earlier, yung ginagawa ng BTK, binibait lang nila yung mga yung
isa-isa.
ulti ni Estes, ulti ni Parsa, then tsaka go.
Tapos yung bait nila na yon, wala pa silang ginagamit na skills against Blacklist.
Wala talaga.
So parang nagiging -1 na -1 agad. Pero kasi, yung lineup yun ng Blacklist,
Bitin
Esme at saka Harit,
Esme Harit
parang kailangan talaga muna na tumaba. Kaya,
Parang-
game talaga.
Parang kailangan
Gusto ng BTK.
kailangan nata may isang fighter.
Oo.
Like, siguro nga, Pakito, Cho,
Pwede nga din lapu-lapu yung
Lapu-lapu,
ganyan,
no? At least, oh my. Pero grabe upset to. Pasensya na kayo guys. Kami ni Chantel ay shocked.
Yan na.
Sa game 5,
Ano?
Hydro Pump.
Hydro pa.
Wala na yung water doon kasi evolved na yun.
Oo, kumaga sila na yung tubig na.
Oo.
Oo.
Agua na. Agua bendita.
Agua oxenada. Lahat na.
Eto na guys, we're sorry for the stretch dahil syempre nagkaroon sila ng remake but it's the same, these are the same picks for Blacklist and BTK. And this time, me and Chantel, nag-usap tayo kanina na mas gusto natin to. Mas gusto natin yung may ganito ng makunat sa side ng Blacklist International.
Oo. Ito tinatanong natin kanina for Wise. Ayan, na naka-jungle.
Concussive Blast.
Oo, emblem
Ay, naka-jungle nga!
Oo, green nga siya.
Mage killer.
Nag-mage killer siya dito, guys, for his...
Tama ba ako? Kailangan ko i-double check, guys. Ang tagal na rin kasi natin hindi nakita
last time
ano.
may nag-mage killer last time ng MPL Season 8. Oo, para mas masakit yung kanyang damage kasi may connection siya sa HP.
Grabe,
Ang kanilang
ano?
kalaban. But anyway, ngayon naman Blacklist International, sila aggressive against BTK. Makunat eh.
Makunat eh. Putok-putok yan, law and order eh. Pero nandoon sa likod. Yung tinarget nila. Hindi nila pinansin si Wise.
Oo.
Hindi pinansin ng BTK si Wise dito. Pero yung damage output dito ng BTK medyo pinin pa. Joke lang.
Naikutan.
Oh no, umikot-ikot si Mo. Ay nako.
Oh my G.
Dalawang agad ang napatumba ng sa Blacklist International. BTK once again getting the early game lead. Mobazane, hindi pa nga level 4 si Mobazane.
Inikutan agad. For Mobazane, mapapansin natin, particularly BTK, ang bilis nilang bumack up. Kasi 5 players yun nandun for the side of BTK during that team fight. So Blacklist International medyo calmalicious muna kasi makikita natin sa ating Oppo Instant Replay na nakita at naramdaman ng BTK na nandun yung mga players. So hindi nila muna pinansin si Wise. Pero sakto kasi si Fried Chicken nag-flicker tapos bitaw ng paisa-isa-isang mga chaos assault niya.
Yun nga eh. Tapos ang ganda rin ng setup ni Shark. Iba rin mag-setup sa Shark dito. Mawawala dito si Oh My Venus. This time, Haji finally makakuha. Si Haji carry pala to, Chantel. Nako, eto na. The KDA machine is back. Rumalat na ta. Liberous faction. Kinagat na ngayon ni Edward the Dinosaur. Ay, nako naman. Eto yung ayaw eh. Eto yung ayaw nyo eh.
Nako.
Ayaw nyo to pag binigyan nyo si Haji ng killer type ng hero.
Ayan na. Binitawan agad ng mga ultimate dito ni Haji eh. BTK. Masakit eh.
Grabe naman. Hindi porket nag-mage Eve na si Haji, parsa si Haji, hindi nyo na makikita yung mga action Jackson na hero ni Haji. Saan ba? Ano bang pinapanood nito, Chantel?
Naisusulat sa libro ng Ijda. Walang sino man ang pwedeng magbigay kay Haji ng may damage na
may
hero.
damage. Kaya nga siya binansagang the KDA machine.
Ayan.
Ayan na. Pumipesto. Bumabaril na. Bumabangbang.
Ay, tinayuan.
Ay, tinatayuan. Standing ovation.
Nako po.
Standing ovation, Chance.
Ako si Fried Chicken, sabi, pansinin mo naman ako.
Oo nga eh. Grabe, no? Biruin mo, akala natin lamang na yung BTK doon. Pero with the snap,
Mabilis.
Mabilis.
Mabilis
Mabilis mas.
Mas mabilis. Mabilis dito for Blacklist International kasi alam nila na meron damage din si Haji. Although for Wise as well, since mage killer siya, hindi na siya kailangan samahan ngayon ng kanyang mga kakampi kasi mas mabilis yung kanyang pagkuha ng mga jungle. 20%.
Oo, 20% yan, girl. Mabilis talaga yan. Objective yan eh. Objective yan yung objective jungle emblem eh. Pero tingnan natin, kasi again, it's all about burst damage para sa side ng BTK. Haji getting the great early game. And I like the adjustment ng side ng Blacklist International. Kasi kanina, yung ganitong sitwasyon, medyo
variety ang Blacklist International kasi nakita na nila ay ready na. Ready yung BTK sa usual.
Kumbaga nakapagkape na. Kanina kasi nakita lumalabas na yung picture ni The Queen eh. Medyo inaantok pa ng onte eh.
Ngayon
Kumbaga,
gising na.
Medyo gising na ng piling ko nagising na eh. Oras na eh.
Oras na.
Anong oras na rin kasi?
Oras na rin kasi. Ngayon, BTK medyo ang magiging struggle nila dito is kung pipilitin nila na sumagot ng teamfight against the Blacklist International. Kasi kanina ganun yun, ang bilis. Ganun yung naging sagot sa kanila ng Blacklist International para naging proactive. Again, yung ating lunok sa top lane. So, entry natin, wala pang win yan.
Grabe din yung setup dito, pero hindi ligalig lang, of course, si Venus. Umikot-ikot si Papa Silver, papasok. Super stats sa dalawa with the blood o energy. Protect the KDA. Double kill para kay Haji. Set up para dito sa Blacklist. At tignan mo naman si Ohel.
Agents, mag-ingay. It is ube time.
Ilang recall yun?
Oo. Check your recall.
Check your recall, sabi dito ni Oheb.
Oh my God.
Yung mga gano'n ni Oheb, yun yung mga giggle factor eh.
Sabi niya, hindi ko nagawa yun kanina, gagawin na natin ngayon. Pero Blacklist International, perfect synchronization of skills. Imagine niyo, ang ganda ng yakap ni Shark, pero napaganda ng Blacklist International kasi nandun na naman yung ating walking ambulance.
Yung walking ambulance kasi kahit na anong ganda ng yakap ni Shark, mas maganda yung yakap ni Venus eh.
Oo, pag ganun yun eh.
Oo, sa lahat yun eh. Oo eh. Yakap sa kampi niya.
Ayun sila.
Ito na, tumakbo na with the glorious pathway. And here comes Haji again. Mala Ninja yung takbo. Habang nag-pop dito ng feathered airstrike.
Alis muna.
Back muna sa side ng Blacklist International. Respeto sa dalawang kupunan.
Alis muna dito, Blacklist International.
Aray,
BTK.
aray,
Ano naman
aray,
ako?
aray ko po. Pero si Shark nung makap ngayon. Ito na naman yung ikot ni Boba sa
sustain.
Ba't Boba sa ADT?
Buhay pa rin.
Buhay pa rin si Haji. Oh my.
Wala na.
Wala na. Ito, ala na.
Ala na, buhay
Napanood na
pa
na.
rin. Ay, nako.
Wala na.
Rip, parang rip.
Parang pinasarap lang yung game number 1.
Oo.
Parang alam na.
Alam na, nakakuha na ng Blacklist International ang kanilang groove ngayon sa ating laban. Kahit si Venus, hindi na tumulong kay Haji actually na tumira doon, kumuha ng damage sa may turret kasi naka-ready na lang talaga siya.
Oo.
Nahumin ng mga kakampi niya dito.
Wala na eh. Kumbaga, yung camera, titignan na lang kung paano hahawakan si Haji dito ng Blacklist International eh. Kasi yung setup na ginagawa ni Oheb, setup ni Edward, goods na goods eh. But all of the damage, yung rat-rat dito, ito na mo, pati yung...
Grabe po.
Pati yung puno, nagpa-practice practice shooting si Haji.
Ready na pang next game. Check nga natin
Oo.
kung may bala.
Oo, grabe. Pwede pala yun eh, no?
Ganon kasakit yung bala ni Haji.
Oh,
Lumabas ng
Lumabas
mapa.
na ng mapa. Nagpa-practice shooting na. Tinitesting niya na yung bala. Nagpapalit na siya ng ano,
Kung kanina
ng magazine.
testing the waters, ngayon testing the tenor.
Testing the tenor. Gano'n na full clip eh.
Angas.
Kumbaga nagkaka-full clipan dito eh. 5-0 to 8 to 3. And this time, BTK, yung early game na hinahanap nila, hindi nila mawari ngayon, Chantel, dahil better kasi yung lineup ng Blacklist ngayon.
Mahirap.
Nasusustain nila yung burst damage.
And speaking of, since nasusustain nila, mas mahirap ngayon for BTK na baklasin yung sustain na yun kasi wala na sila mapag-farman. Sira na yung counter turret dito sa may bottom lane and yung Blacklist International naka-ready na rin dito sa linyang.
Naka-ready na.
Pwede yun eh, anytime eh.
Tignan mo, pinap na yung Nibiru.
Ayun na.
Yung dinosaur, binibait na ngayon. The green dinosaur ni Edward. Ay, grabe. Ano pala to? Dinosaur tsaka Centaur. The Dino Thunder.
Pero isang mabilis.
Oo, ay, quickie lang. Mabilis lang. Para sa side ng Blacklist, on the top lane. Pero sabi ng BTK, hindi kami tatapat.
Wag muna tayong sumagot dito sa Blacklist International. Kukuha din sila. Naku,
Okay, binibait nila ngayon si Oheb. Oheb! Hindi mo pwede gawin kay Oheb! Nakipag 1-on-1 kay Oheb! They make that 1-on-2! Make that a 3-on-1!
Oh my God!
Nandito na yung backup ni Northcourt yung bola! Play catch! Para kay Edward! Triple kill para kay Oheb!
Eto na, nilabas na ang mga Pikachu. Bulbasaur ngayon ni Oheb.
Oh,
11-3.
tignan mo yung itsura ni Oheb ngayon, yung pagkagalit, yung pagkagigil ni Oheb on that play.
Ramdam mo eh.
Ramdam mo, damang-dama.
Sabi nga, tinest lang namin yung kanina.
Isa pa nga. You don't give Alice to Oheb.
Oh, no po, mapapasabay pa ako sa cheer ng
May
crowd natin
cheer pa dito na Oheb. Oheb God, ladies and gentlemen, outplaying 3 in the bottom side. And mukhang one-sided ang larong to, Chantel.
6-0-2 for Oheb dito sa ating laban. Napakalaki ng kanya space para mas makakuha ng orbs. Mas mataas na orbs, mas mataas na damage. At dahil nga naka-mage kill ngayon si Wise, mas mabilis ang kanilang pagkuha ng Lord. Di na nakasilip ang BTK. Ngayon, BTK.
BTK, gaano kayo kabatak para makabalik sa laban na ito?
Baka yung pagkabatak nila
Biglang nawarak. Minsan kasi pag binabatak mo ng todo, nawawarak. Na isusulat yun eh.
Naisusulat.
Nangyayari talaga kasi rin yun eh. Baka ganun nga, no?
Tapos,
Pwede eh. Tsaka tignan mo, kumbaga protect the KDE si Haji, pero si Oheb hindi rin.
Hindi pa patalo
eh.
Sabi niya, pwede din pa ba ako KDA machine?
Pwede rin eh.
Sige, dahil dyan, KDA machine?
KDA Monster.
Monster, si
Pwede.
Oheb, yan.
Pwede eh. Biruin mo ah. Tatlo yun yung binarag niya, Chantel.
Nandun yung damage
Nandun eh.
Ito na, ang Glorious Battery.
At mukhang tatapusin na ata ng Blacklist. Alam na natin to.
Nakita na natin.
Anong oras na rin kasi.
Ayan na.
Eto na, Bennett's Rage coming
BTK
in
nakadepensa.
from Haji. Nandito si Shark.
Grabe si Edward mag-zone.
Pero mukhang walang mangyayari. Team Blacklist International will push this. Pasok si Ohe with the flowing blood. Oheb with the purple buff as well. Blacklist
Malinis.
International now moving
Ang
towards
sakit.
the bottom side. Oh, sakit.
Nako, ginamit niya yung brilliance doon, but the Blacklist International, masisira nila lahat ng inhibitor turret.
Here we
Nako,
go.
BTK, kailangan nilang gamitin ng tama ang kanilang mga
The
skills.
2%. Kailangan nilang kunin ng 2%.
Oh, kailangan nilang patunayan yung 2%.
So yung 2% na bumoto sila, nagawa na ata nila nung game 1.
Nandun na eh, no?
Ayun na, 2% lang yun eh.
Oo, parang-
Yung sa Blacklist 98.
Parang yun yung mga sa naabot ng 20 pesos mo. Ayun, sa naabot ng 2%.
Game 1.
Game 1.
Pwede. Pasok na naman si Oheb dito.
Ay!
Naku po, white chicken na
Brilliant.
mulado. Oheb right now with the flowing blood. Blacklist International staying inside the base of the enemy. Gusto na nilang tapusin to. Ayaw na nilang patagalin pa. Pwede na ata rumekta ng game 3. There you
Enemy
go.
wave.
There is pathway on Wise. Ayun
Defender
yung ultimate
strike.
na meron dito may defender airstrike.
Defender
Pero
Wise.
sabi ni Oheb, hindi pwede yan. Not this time. Blacklist will
my
take
God.
revenge. And Oheb God. This is my show. Blacklist will take game 2.
Blacklist International with that win. Lumabas na ang mga bago nating mga KDA Monster.
Wow. Oheb God.
Oheb God.
This is Oheb God. Ito, baka ito yung tunay na Pikachu.
Yan.
Hindi yung ano, hindi yung
Hari.
Harit.
Eto na to.
Ito na ngayong season. Kasi nung
Nag-evolve na.
Nag-evolve na. Kasi nung nakaraan ng Pokemon, di ba pa iba-iba yun?
Oo. Eto, ibang arc to.
Ibang arc to.
Pero-
The Arc of Oheb.
The Arc of Oheb.
Sa mundo ng esports, ladies and gentlemen, pag nilagyan ng God yung pangalan mo, yung username mo, small G small G,
oo.
small G, ibig sabihin, iba ka.
Talagang
O out
iba
of
eh.
this world ka. Kumbaga, celestial ka.
Ganon eh.
Ganon, oo.
Pero totoo, ganon ang naging performance ni Oheb during that game. And
Oheb God.
grabe, Oheb God. Imagine 3 players, tapos pinasok niya pa lahat. Wala na akong masabi kay
Wala
Oheb
na.
God.
Ako din. Oheb God talaga.
Oheb God.
That's it. Akala siguro ni... Mukhang here we go.
Okay,
Ay, naku si Bino. Tingnan mo si Bino sang Eve girl.
oh, nako.
Oo.
Grabe, pagka ikaw yung kalaban ng Blacklist International, malilito ko na kung sino may gamit ng Eve. Pero,
Pwede kasing si Haji
oh,
eh.
championship show nga pala to ni Haji.
Oo, matagal na gusto gamit. Kumbaga, ito kasi yung binigay ni Eson yung kanyang lakas. May episode yan eh, napanood ko yan eh.
Ah,
Binigay kasi ni Eson yung, kumbaga pinamahanan niya kay Haji yung
ay
lakas.
parang may yung para sa bato.
Yung
Pinamana
para-
yung bato.
Pinasa yung bato. Kumbaga,
Oh.
minana, kumbaga,
Mhm.
na-inherit.
Ayan, na-inherit.
Kumbaga, na-inherit.
Ah, so yung pangalan ng episode na yun, The Inheritance.
The Inheritance. Alam mo kasi sa Pilipinas, Chantel, nauuso ang tinatawag na anting-anting.
Ah, ayan. Oh.
Ang mga kumbaga, ng mga lolo-lolo natin, yung mga great lolo natin, naisusulat to
Oo,
naisusulat.
totoo
Totoo, kumbaga,
Wala tong, ano.
walang hokus-pokus, pinamamana nila.
Oo, yung mga
Pinamamana
anting-anting.
nila yung mga anting-anting.
Eh, mga agimat pa
Yung
nga.
mga agimat na isusulat yan, guys, search nyo. 'Di ba? Alam mo, napanood mo ba yon?
Napanood ko yun.
At pwedeng mangyari yun. Kasi ang pinamana kay Haji, ang kanyang championship show.
Ayan na
Ayan
nga.
na yan eh.
Nakita
Ayan na yan
na
eh.
natin,
Ayan
te.
oh. Tingnan mo.
Oh.
Pumipwesto. Nagkakapwestuhan na dito.
Oh, nakakapwesto na. Nakapwesto din yung BTK. Pero ang malupit doon si Haji, show niya kasi yan.
Oo nga eh.
Paulit-ulit.
Legit yan. Kumbaga, malaagimat yan. Malaagimat. Kaya tignan natin ha. Kasi Karina pick para kay Mobazin eh. No?
Kailangan niyang bilisan kapag yung gamit nila.
Ang mahirap kasi kapag Karina pick ka, Chantel, kapag hindi mo na combo routine, ikaw pa yung mahuhuli.
Mahihirapan.
Kailangan one time, big time ka.
At saka para siyang ticking time bomb. Pagdating
Oo.
sa dulo, kapag hindi naging dire-diretso, tas kung na makalamang kayo, early game, sige.
Oo.
Pero pag umabot ng super late game,
Oo.
mahirap na para sa Karina.
Yun nga eh.
Kasi kanina pa siya nag-iikot-ikot
ng blades niya eh.
blades niya. Nakakapagod yun.
Nako,
Ayun
pero
lang.
na first blood si Oheb sa baba, off-cam kill. Habang yung turtle ay marireset. Eto na naman, the diamond na nilabas ni Oh My Venus. That is Shark na sumusugod sa bandang dulo. Pero okay, Team BTK will actually take another kill. Meanwhile, si Victor ay nandito din. Pops the Falling Star Moon.
Ayun,
That
si
is the
Edward.
curse burst na meron si Zia. Meanwhile, ginat-ngert ni Edward. Sino pa ba? Si Moba Zane. Ang Karina, kanina ka pa, sabi ni Edward.
The alley-oop play from Edward and Wise. Sinakto doon ang layo. Actually, ginamit pa niya yung flicker niya para ma-secure yung kill doon for Blacklist International. And BTK right now, ito yung mga ayaw nilang mangyari. Yung mga magiging super aggressive sila. Kasi, pag nakakuha si kill si Wise, yun yung ayaw nilang mangyari. Alam na nila yan eh.
Oo, pero tignan natin, nakakabawi si Oheb this time. So tablay, yun kasi yung mahirap eh, no? Sa lineup sa baba, yung Beatrix, physical physical attack, tapos mas maraming bala.
Oo.
So in a way, lalamang siya sa Lunox eh, no? Kapag napwepestuhan niya yung Lunox.
Pero si Oheb dito, kailangan niya nga maging mindful kung kailan niya gagamitin yung mga chaos assault niya. Pero ito BTK, kung mapansin natin pala sa kanilang line-up, kanilang mga spells, 3 yung naka-purify.
Ay, okay.
Para hindi sila agad mapwestuhan or madetonas welcome dito ni Edward.
Oo, kahit mas tan ni Haji, no?
Oo.
Dito na magkakatalo. Kasi kumbaga, si Fried Chicken, literal na lamang kay Oheb.
Ayun no, nakasira
Nakakuha
ang tore.
buong tore at buong energy shield pa. Look at that, ginamit niya pa yung Nibiru's Passion para lang maubos
Bilis.
yung wave, tapos magsiswitch na to, Chance.
Oo.
May
Ito na yung
switcheroo na.
ito yung binabanggit
Oo.
kanina sa lounge natin na switcheroo. Then,
Ayan na, lilipat na yan sa top. Kasi may gold pa sa top eh. May 1 minutong gold pa sa top eh.
ayun ang kailangang pigilan
Ay, grabe, nag-switch
ng
na nga.
Blacklist International. Napakabilis actually kasi kung sisilipin natin, si Fried Chicken level 7 na. Si Oheb ay kaka-level 6 pa lang.
Mahaba-haba pa lalakarin ni Oheb.
Mahaba-habang biyahe.
Mahaba-habang biyahe pa. Kasi kumbaga si Fried Chicken doing strong eh. Tignan mo oh.
Ayun no,
Naka-ano na, growing strong eh.
Sakit.
Naka-BD, aray. Now, fried chicken is a problem. Ito kasi yan, Chantel, ang tinatawag dito na technique ay
Ano yan?
the switcheroo.
The switcheroo.
Kasi kumbaga, kung gold lane ka, sobrang good news yun. Kapag ikaw ay naubos mo yung tori mo ng under 5 minutes,
Punta ka na.
lilipat ka sa top lane, may onting gold ka pa na makukuha sa tori.
Oo, para kang
Nung top lane.
para mong kinuha yung Yamashitas Gold.
Oo.
Oh, ayun.
E di, ang tawag dyan, yayamanin.
Yayamanin.
Maangat.
The Golden Fried Chicken.
The golden fried chicken is now in sa side ng BTK. Uso talaga, Beatrix. Eh, tinan mo, oy, grabe!
Sakit.
Tumatumbling pa, malapit. Wow, Ben tumbling!
No, napakasakit talaga ni Fried Chicken dito for Blacklist International. Kailangan nila ma-speed up si Wise.
Oo,
Kasi
si Wise ang ano dito.
Oo.
Ang aariba dito.
pagka chase fake niya, automatic ka. Lock na
Oo.
agad kay Fried Chicken. After nun, that's it for
Sa-
Blacklist International.
ang
That
lupit-
is the plan.
That is the plan. Ang lupit kasi ni Fried Chicken, biruin mo, ginamit niya pa yung second skill niya, yung tumbling niya. Akala niya siguro may damage yung pagsipa niya dun sa dinosaur. Sa sobrang action.
Kanya testing nga.
Oo, testing nga.
Isinama niya na yung movement, animation ng mga hero. No?
animation ng mga hero. Sa sobrang action. So, ang nangyayari kasi dito, kaya natin i-emphasize si Fried Chicken, kasi yung gold na napupunta sa side ng BTK, dahil doon sa early first blood niya.
Oo.
Solo kill yun eh. Tapos, kuha niya pa lahat ng lane eh. So,
Tsaka yung shields.
Mahaba pa yung habulin ni Wise dito na
Na gold. Kasi, speaking, naku, muntika na. Pero yun na.
Tingnan natin, sipa kay Haji. Wala ring ma-pick up yung Blacklist.
Wala pang damage yung Blacklist International ngayon. Kaya yung binabanggit natin, as much as possible si Wise dapat hindi makuha.
Oo.
Pero dapat makuha niya yung gold na kailangan niya.
Ay, grabe.
Ang
Tignan
sakit.
natin, Edward, dito na pa-flicker out. Nandito si Haji, pero tinatama. Ay, grabe! Pinangsipa nga, pero ito na.
Ayun na.
Ang ariba ni Wise. Ay, naku po. Wise coming in to save the day. Aray, isa pa. Naka-Wise ang camera. One more time. Itodo mo. Ibomba mo, Wise. Malasex bomb. Ibomba mo.
Ibomba mo.
Wise saving the day. Crucial pick-ups para kay Wise. Kahit papano nakabawi ang Blacklist International.
Bukod sa pagbomba doon ni Wise, sakto yung paghalukay din
Hinalukay niya ng todo eh.
Hinalukay niya ng todo, pailalim yung kamao niya.
Oo.
Blacklist International, ito yung sinasabi natin ngayon, 2 agad yung nadagdag sa kills dito ni Wise at isang mabilis, napakalit na ng goal lead ngayon ng BTK at ang kinagandahan doon, ang napigilan pa nila, isang kanina pa natin nababanggit na
Si Fried Chicken.
Si Fried Chicken. Sabi ni Wise, teka nga, parang kanina pa to eh.
Kanina nyo pa pinapansin si Fried Chicken eh. Ako
It's
level
my time.
11. Ang Arriba ni Wise. Lagi mong tatandaan, meron tayong tinatawag na Objective Wise.
Ayan na. Speaking of Objective Wise, si Wise ay nandun sa top lane na hindi nababantayan ng BTK.
Wala na, nasa kanya na ang camera ko. Ate Chance.
Ayan na.
Ayun na.
Ayan na.
Ang panibagong, ang Gen Z kamao ng sambayanan. Si
Kamaong
Wise.
lumilipad to.
Ang kabaong Gen Z.
Kamaong Gen Z.
Ang kabaong Gen Z.
Ay, pero, Turtle.
Here we go, 22K. Both of the teams dancing with this turtle. Dancing with us tonight. Eto na yung pasok. Nasa matalikod si Wise. Eto na. Malasyang Shina Dragon. Yap! Ibomba mo. Ibomba mo. Sumayaw. Sumunod. Wise, tumakbo na. Ay, naku, si Wise. Ay! Kasi masyadong binobomba ni Wise na nakita siya. But then again,
Nako po.
Mobile Zane with the counter go. So it's BTK. Kahit papano, nakabawi sa laban at ano nangyari doon.
Grabe. For BTK, naging maganda para sa kanilang turtle take kasi napakalayo nung kanilang naging pwesto doon sa turtle. So, inurong talaga nila. Pero nice skill, by the way, for Blacklist International. And again, BTK, it's all about the positioning. Hinatak talaga nila yung turtle doon sa posisyon na mahirap.
Oo
para
nga
sa Blacklist International na makontest yun. Tapos si Wise medyo napalayo lang.
Napalayo lang eh.
Oo.
Kumbaga napasobra lang yung bomba.
Sa ibang dance floor bumomba.
Sa ibang dance floor. sa ibang dance floor lang.
Sabi,
Kumbaga may ganun talaga eh, no? Yung kumbaga sa caroling, yung mga nangangaroling, meron talaga isa eh.
Talaga, oo.
Oh, yung nasa gitna.
Meron talaga sintonado eh.
Oo, meron talaga eh. May sintonado talaga sa dance floor eh.
Oo.
Meron talaga eh.
Wala. Iba palang
Pangit ang
grupo yung nasayawan.
Kumbaga minsan kasi, alam mo yung mag sumasayaw kayo, merong tinatawag yung, so dito travel ha, travel. Yung gano'n.
Ay, bago yun. Parang dancer ka.
Diba? May ganun talaga, may tawag doon. Guys, ito yung move. Habang
Travel.
nagpo-move, travel. Ganon.
Sunod doggy.
Napalayo si Wise. Oo. Yun yung nangyari.
Akala niya single lang. Yung pala single, double.
Kaya yung nangyari kasi, galing din ng BTK eh. Nako, tinulak. Aray.
Oh,
Aray
si
ko siya.
Haji.
Nako po, Haji. Ay, nako.
Ayun si Wise.
Medyo makati, Chantel, pati si Zia.
Ang sakit ni Foy Chicken talaga.
Oo, si Pie Chicken talaga. Ito pa Chantel, naka-purify kasi ang beat. Ay, naku, si Wise na naman, napalayo na naman! Nasobrahan sa travel!
Oh my God.
BTK with the burst outputs na meron sila. Napakasakit, Ate Chantel.
Nako, ito na, si Edward.
Dinilaan. Mag-isa. Uy, grabe, ginamit pa siya rin. Grabe naman talaga si Edward doon. But this time, BTK is as 5 moving towards the middle. May tore pa.
Alam,
Kailangan
nagalit.
nila ito na. Nilagay na ni Venus ang dance floor. Ito na, sumayaw kayo. Sipa dito para kay Aji. But then again, Victor ay medyo makunat dito. And yung burst talaga ng BTK.
Masakit.
Hindi matatawaran chance.
Oo, napakasakit ng damage dito ng BTK kasi yung combo nung Farsa at si Fire Chicken, parang ganito yung ginawa kanina ng Blacklist International against BTK. Mukhang Beatrix talaga, hindi siya mukha, Beatrix talaga ang kailangan kuhanin ng Blacklist International dito sa ating laban.
Ace hero nila to eh.
Oo, si Fire Chicken talaga. Pero tingnan natin sa ating instant replay brought to you by Oppo. Ito yung sa may middle lane. So supposedly, magbibitaw si Oh My B or naghahanap siya ng pwesto kung saan siya mag-real world manipulation. Pero yung burst damage nga na binabanggit natin, hindi na nila nagawa yung sarili nilang alley play ni Haji.
Hindi na nagawa. Tsaka medyo, yung Blacklist kasi, yung lineup nila dito, medyo late. Ultra late talaga eh.
Ultra late talaga. Oh, yun.
Ultra late talaga eh. At tsaka, biruin mo Shansa, nakatatlong purify kasi ang BTK.
Parang ang hirap eh.
Oo eh. So, kung iisipin mo, every time na mag-chase fade si Wise, yung extra stun na putok na meron kay Wise,
Purify
pwede
lang.
kasing ma-purify.
Oo, tapos even for Haji, kaya medyo nahihirapan talaga si Haji mag-setup ng play. Kasi minsan, since nagpo-purify nga yung kalaban niya, or gusto niya sipain, automatic, napapalalim siya kasi dumudulas yun eh, pa nag-purify, di ba?
Oo.
Pero ganit sinabi natin, ultra late game. Para sa ating ultra punchman.
Ultra talaga. Nakay Wise ngayon ang bola. Kung ikaw ang Blacklist International, Oheb, kailangan pa mag-farm. Pero ngayon, eto na. Nagpuputok na naman si Zia dito. The Lord is falling low. Sino makakuha? Nakuha ni Mopazin. Eto na si Wise. Wise, bombahin mo lahat. Oh my! Wise versus 5! Hindi kinaya ng kapangyarihan ng sex bomb! Oh my GBTK! Tatlo ang kanilang mapapatumba. May kasama pang Lord at mukhang magsi-stretching na sila sa gitna.
Oh my God, may minion wave din ang BTK. Pero si Oh My B, dedepensahan ang kanilang Torre. Patay si Mobile
Venus.
Zane.
Yan si yan nako. Alam mo hindi pinalaki ang mga bata ng ang mga tropa natin ng hindi magpapakabog, di ba?
Oo.
Laban-laban.
Oh, hindi tayo pinanganak na sex bomb para hindi lumaban.
Para hindi lumaban.
Laban lang ng laban.
39,000 to 34,000. sabi ni Omar Venus, kalma. Like legit.
Oh,
like legit.
Like legit.
Oo.
Eto lang. Mamaya, screenshot, pag nakabawi na.
Kaya pa.
Kaya pa.
May hulog pa.
Blacklist International, late game nila talaga dito is magandang pasok. Paano magiging maganda yung pasok nila? Kailangan lang nila as much as possible mabait agad yung mga purify. So meron tayong mga purified fried chicken. Fried chicken, Zia, Victor. Purified chicken. Kailangan lang nilang mahuli yon. Kasi kanina, maganda yung pasok ni Wise. Nagkataon lang na si fried chicken ay nandun para magbigay ng damage sa kanya, which is a DPS at ayaw mo mangyari yon. Pero titilan natin, 10k gold for fried chicken. Meron pa Malefic Roar. Meron ding Wind of Nature. So, yun yung sinasabi natin, importansya ng timing. Lagi yan. Sa lahat ng aspeto sa buhay, timing talaga.
Oras talaga. Oras ang kalaban.
Oras ang kalaban.
Sa aspeto ng buhay, oras ang kalaban. Oras ang hindi na ibibili. Ang oras ang hindi na ibabawi. Oo.
Sabi nga nila, oras lang naman ang hinihingi ko.
Kasi alam mo, anong oras na rin kasi?
Anong oras na rin kasi?
Anong oras na rin kasi, guys eh?
Pero
anong oras na rin eh?
Anong oras na rin? Pero oras na para sa live bias satellite.
Bias satellite. Ito na. Ito, kailangan na natin i-channel.
Yan.
I-channel ang lahat ng suporta kasi lamang na lamang ang BTK ngayon.
In terms of gold, lamang, yes, 43k, 5.7k ang kanilang kalamangan dito against Blacklist International. Pero gaya sinabi natin, hanggat hindi natatapos ng BTK ang ating laban, mataas ang chance na makapag-stack si Wise. Now,
Kaya to, kumbaga may ultra late game eh.
ultra late game.
Oo.
Ito yung mga hindi natin ina-expect na talagang, meron pa pala.
Ay nako, eto na. Eto na, Chantel, kinagat na dito. Ay nako, saan ka pupunta? Where are you growing? Clap. Ngayon, eto na si Zia. Nasa bandang likod. But Haji will actually manage to pick him off. At nag-isa-isa na ang team ng BDK.
Eto na.
Hinahabol na sila.
100%.
There you go, sinapak na naman sa pack part 2. Knockups, napapataas ng kamay si Zia. Ay. 14 to 11. Blacklist International. Sila pa makakapitas at nandito pa sila sa laban na to. Chantel, mukhang laban-laban nga.
Sabi nga natin, laban lang ng laban. Blacklist International, sila ngayon ang lamang minion wave nakaangat para sa kanila. Nakuha na nila sa fried chicken and kailangan lang talaga nilang mahanap ang tamang fried chicken.
Kailangan lang nila makain.
Kailangan.
Makuha ang tamang lasa.
Tamang timpla.
Tignan natin.
Uy.
Victor ngayon namumula. Ito naman si Oheb. Kanina ka pa. Oheb, ladies and gentlemen, with the first damage with the Chaos Balls. Ito na yung sinasabi natin sa side ng Blacklist International, Chantel, na yung mga calls nila in the late game. Ito yung mga hindi matatawaran. Ito yung hindi mo maituturo na mga perfect calls mula kay Oh My B, the Queen.
Dito na natin nakikita ang pagka-veterano. Ang yung naging maturity ng ating mga players all throughout. Lahat ng pinagdaanan nila mga tournaments, kitang-kita na natin ngayon. Mabilis na pagbaliktad sila ngayon nakaposisyon sa ating Lord. At nakikita na natin na tumatapang na. Tumatapang na ang Blacklist International.
Ito na nga, sinipa na si Moba Zane! Kanina ka pa dyan! Pa-twirl, Moba Zane! Sabi ni Haji, and the diamond nilabas dito ni Venus. Wala na magagawa ngayon na side ng BDK. We are now in the late game. Tignan mo ang itsura ni Wise kung gaano ka focus doon sa camera. Focus na kay Immortality pa.
Focus lang. White chicken, walang Zia, Victor, Moba Zane, Shark. Focus lang. Focus lang.
Ang word ng 2021, focus lang sa goal.
Focus lang sa goal. Blacklist International, nakuha nila yung Lord. This might be the focus na inaantay nila or ito ang objective para makafocus nila dun sa gusto nilang kuhanin na Torre against BTK.
Ang kunat na din ni Edward eh.
Bumibigat na para sa BTK. Ngayon.
Nararamdaman na nila na ang kukunat na ng mga kalaban na nila.
Mahirap na.
Hindi na nila kinakaya ang kunat. Kumbaga, pati si Haji, pati si Oheb may damage na din eh. Pero syempre, si Wise, naka-immortality na din.
Ayun na nga
Chantel, sa laban na to ha.
Naka-immortality, naka-malefic roar. Tapos meron pa siyang brute force breastplate. So hindi na siya agad ma-free hit dito ng fried chicken. Uy, nagkusil si Haji.
Tignan natin, Haji.
Pinakto yung Haji doon.
Kita si Haji dito. Si Shark ang kanyang target. Shark, mamadodge. Meron ako na pick!
Apul!
Akala ni Shark siya yung tatamaan. Sinundan niya pa si Haji. Papunta kay Moba Zane.
Eto na yung Lord! Moba Zane is down! Pero, Blacklist International, kukuha muna ng ibang Torre dito na. Ito na, may kakaibang telekinesis ng
May
ginagawa
telekinesis na ginagawa. Makakapitas pa. Blacklist International. Pinasarap lang. Pinasarap lang. Gusto pang manalo. Wise again. With the last punch. 100% win rate on the Aldos na isusulat.
100% lakas pinakita ng Blacklist International. Grabe ang ngiti sa kanilang mga muka.
Grabe. Biruin mo, the defense mula kay Oh My Venus. Nakita mo yung akala natin lamang na yung BTK.
Kailangan niya lang ng isang magandang paglatag. Kailangan lang din ni Haji ng isang magandang sipa. Pero ang pinaka-importante, nakita natin kung gaano kahalaga ang bawat isa sa Blacklist International para sa pagkapanalong.
Lahat sila
na-activate.
Yung kumunat si Edward, yung kumunat yung Cho ni Haji, BTK. Pinakitaan nila tayo ng magandang laban. Pinakitaan nila tayo na kaya nilang pumalag in the early to the mid.
Let's get it right here with the compositions already set forth. It is going to be very interesting to see, right? Because Granger, this is one problem with Granger. You are going to get invaded. This is what Blacklist wants to do as well. They want to just pressure Granger again and again. That's what happened when BTK faced off against Evo Singapore. But with the Lolita, they can actually buy a little bit more time and actually just get this Granger to safety. But that will mean that Blacklist International will be able to pick up the first little Wanderer, maybe possibly snowball first in the game.
Well, I mean, that's the general idea. Moba Zane getting interrupted a little bit here by Oh My Venus, and at the very least, as Haji is shoving out that lane. It's a little frustrating to deal with, but Shark can only do so much. We're only expecting to see BTK really getting ahead of themselves at level 4. Moba Zane going to be taking away the orange buff here. Oh My Venus continuing to be an absolute nuisance to try and threaten his position and even stealing the Bugbear at the same time. Oh My Venus might be in some trouble. Flickers on out of the situation. Guardian's Bulwark comes out from the side of Shark here. The rest of the team has to pull away. They keep interrupting Moba Zane. Can he get his Beetle? Of course, he will not, with the help of Edward and Wise saving that Retribution to steal as many camps as possible.
See how focused Blacklist International is. They even not get the orange buff for Wise just to mess up with the farming of Moba Zane. And this worked in game number 2. So I don't doubt Blacklist International will keep on doing this again.
Absolutely, and that's why I think Blacklist International just know how to do this again, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, this is not a hero that they are not familiar with. Granger is one of the picks for Wise. He loves this pick back in the Philippines, and they know exactly how to counter it. Right now, with the pressure that they have, they're just using it to just secure this early game objectives, and BTK, they have no answer, but perhaps... Oh my god, wait a minute!
Okay.
Where's the stun? Where's the stun coming in from Shark? There we go! Shark wanted to make sure he guarantees the kill. Moba Zane's going to get locked down by the Daytona's welcome. Xer going to be dropping down the box. Haji manages to get that kill though in Nibiru's passion just in time as Wise cancels out the real wall manipulation onto Zia's side. Fried Chicken out of position, gets punished. What an outplay coming in for Blacklist International.
Initially very good for BTK, but again, they're just gonna keep on going in. Blacklist don't want to stop, man. What is this? Taking away that purple buff from BTK. BTK, and the Granger is already one level below of the Hylos.
I mean, that's the idea. It's about win conditions,
Yes,
right?
definitely about win conditions. That's really what Wise is all about. Imagine this. They're already making it difficult for BTK to get their own jungle. But if you're looking at Blacklist International, their side of the jungle isn't even touched. You see, the focus of Blacklist International is to not let Mobazane farm. And that's almost as equal as to like building up the lead, right? Because the real way for you to build up your lead over your opponents is to actually increase the deficit. Not necessarily just increase your stock, but decrease the stock of your opponents.
Strong stonks coming all across the board, but let's not forget that the main damage dealers from the side of Blacklist International is coming in the form of Haji as well as Oheb. So the more time they have, and the fact is that Haji has a stronger early game, Oheb is having a fun time down on bot side.
Yeah, but right now, I mean, BTK, they're trying to make the proactive movements, but certainly they just can't, honestly, at this point, right? They're way too behind to look for this. What Blacklist needs to do is just keep on following them. You go bottom side, I'll go bottom side. I don't even need to trade right now. You try to make a play out of desperation, we'll be right there, and we are going to win that because of our lead right now. Look at that. Man, look at Wise. He is 2 levels ahead of Mobazane. He really can't do anything right now, and that's why I didn't like the Granger pickup from BTK.
This is comfort for Mobazane, but here we go. This is the interaction that we're waiting for. They're going to contest for the purple buff. Zia's dropping down. The real war manipulation to try to take it away. Oh, a little sad there. Mobazane did not get his purple buff again, but here comes Edward trying to punish. Daytona's welcome right at the edge. Finds it, but where's the rest of his team? There we go. Haji managed to get the Beerus passion just in time, and Oh My Venus trying to pull him out of this awkward situation here. It's going to be a 1-for-0 trade in favor of Blacklist International.
Like we said again and again, this is going to constantly be happening. Blacklist International, they are going to invade. What BTK needs to do is completely just... If Blacklist wants to come to the purple side, we go to the orange side, we go to the enemy side. We cannot contest 5v5, 4v5, even a 3v5 at this point. Look at them. They're so much ahead, not just in terms of gold, but more so in terms of XP. Now, Wise picking up the turtle once again. He is so basically almost unkillable at this point.
Back-to-back punishes coming out from Edward. First, it happened in the mid lane where BTK really wanted to go for the kill into Haji, and then Edward, knowing that Mobazane already dashed in, he just went in for the Daytona's welcome, and that also happened in the previous cast. Instead, this time, he used the flicker forward and then pops the ultimate. He knows that for a time, Haji will be there to pop the Nibiru's passion, and it will be enough for the damage output against Mobazane, who didn't have the Rondo anymore.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But the question is, right, how far can they do this? Because in terms of farming speed... Wait, hold on. Numenon Blast is going to zone out as Oh My Venus flickers out of the situation. Oheb getting involved in the fight here. Here comes the Circling Eagle, and it's going to get on top of Zia so far, and Oh My Venus has to get on out of there. Granger just drops down. The Death Sonata, no! Oh My Venus survives ever so slightly with the glorious pathway as Mobazane is trying to get some kind of retribution, but they are just choking him out of his own jungle as the entire of Blacklist International continues to win the 4v4.
That's why I feel like the Matilda is such a great pick for the side of Blacklist. They know that right now they have a lot of tanky heroes, right? So BTK, they're gonna go for the squishy ones. If you put some other hero on Venus, maybe perhaps the healer heroes like the Florin, it's gonna be really, really easy for BTK to punish him. He's very susceptible to all this engage, all this damage. But now with the Matilda, you try to target me, man. I have a billion dashes.
That's right.
New Dashman 9000 coming to stores near you, but let's look towards that top side. And once more, as Victor now going to be dealing with Edward, we can see the BTK is setting up for something in Pixel Brush in front of the turtle. That's happening in 10 seconds. This might be a good setup as Zia. He does see Wise, but Wise genuinely does not care about damage because he can just eat and tank everything so far.
This Hylos is a bully. He's gonna just run in front of you. If you're the jungler, you just can't do anything.
This is so unfun.
It's so unfun, yeah. So look at Wise. He's 2 levels ahead of Mobazane, and he's making sure that he actually just, flexes that in front of Mobazane. Trying to, obviously, because of the retribution advantage that he has got because of his levels, this Mobazane Granger just can't farm, and all Wise has to do is just to be in front of the Granger almost all the time.
Man. Look at this. Honestly, because Wise has been taking the purple buff constantly, they're giving over their purple buff to Oheb, right? You know it's gonna be so hard. Like you said, unfun for BTK if this keeps on happening, because Wise, he doesn't even need to respect BTK at this point. He can just go in 1v5 and he's still unkillable with the help of all the utility and the healing and the follow-up.
Oh my goodness, look at that. They're just trying to take a break. Give Mobazane the purple for once. Blacklist International just choking them out from this economy. But Victor, he finally gets a little bit of retribution, breaking open that tier 1 so far. But this game has been extremely passive from both Blacklist International as well as BTK.
It's all about the purple buff control at this point, and Blacklist International are winning so badly against BTK. And this is off of just the fact that Hydas is very strong, as well as the level advantage is there.
Yeah, and they're going to continue to press the advantage here on tier 2 going in for Blacklist International. It looks like they are pumping up the gas here, knowing that Oheb is in a very comfortable position in his farm, and the same goes for Haji.
The thing is, they're actually chaining this really, really well. They get the purple buff, rotate to the bottom side. I like that BTK aren't forcing anymore. But now, look at this. You use everything, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, Fire Checking is getting chunked out quite a bit. And Blacklist International is like real world manipulation, more like I don't really care. But Edward might be punished here. Oh, he flickers out of the way. And when they get so close, oh, does he take it? Oh, he doesn't want to take it just yet. Again, continuing to play really, really passive, but despite being passive, they're still winning the game.
4 kills in total in 8 minutes, but you can see the 3,000 gold lead already built up for Blacklist. This is their way of playing the game. Not only do they suffocate their opponents, they literally choke them down and beat them to death.
And to add to that, Blacklist International is known as a team that is okay to slow down. They don't really put their win condition on being aggressive against their opponents. It's just really the Blacklist International code. They always make sure that they have multiple win conditions against their opponents, and none of that is being super duper aggressive against opponents. While BTK, that's exactly what they needed to do. Unfortunately, time is ticking. At 9 minutes and 29 seconds, they only have 1 kill. And that is definitely way out of their win condition.
I mean, they are getting choked out by EXP, but let's see how they're going to walk up to this Lord. This is such an awkward situation. They're going to drop down the Glorious Pathway early on. Edward's just going to walk right in front. Flowing Blood as Oheb does find an initial pick on towards Shark, but it is Shark. Oh, wait, oh my Venus bringing Wise right on top of Mobazane. He's trying to get on there. Numina Blast to disengage. It works out as it does land on top of Wise. Finally, they find the Death Sonata, and now the counter engagement. Oh my Venus is bringing both back. Haji, who tries to blow them up with Nibiru's passing. They trade 1 for 1, 4 for 1. It's looking great. BTK finally open up this game. Passiveness will not stop our aggression.
North America, are you watching? Your team is coming back against Blacklist. Pika, I hope you're watching here, because my goodness, the 3,000 gold lead has just been shaken out and turned around.
Finally. Can't believe it. No, the aggressiveness of Blacklist International. We just talked about how Blacklist International should not be aggressive, and it's not an aggressive team. Oh my Venus pops the ultimate on top of this Mobazane Granger with the Hylos. I mean, that's very scary, right? But at a certain point in time, that will be easily be punishable, and that's exactly what happened. Nice peeling from Shark, again, dissecting the members on the side of Blacklist International. We saw that in game number 1, how he's able to use this Lolita just to really let Blacklist International scramble from that Numina Blast AoE, and that peeling that they got from the ultimate gave the advantage to BTK.
I mean, this was really huge because we don't get to see a lot of Zia as well as Shark making that huge difference. But this time around, it made every difference in the world, and now it allows BTK to get a little bit of a lead so far.
But the same thing goes right here. We mentioned BTK, they're inexperienced. They somehow, you know, when they get the lead, they're not disciplined enough to maybe look for the instant end. They go for a little bit more. They overcommit onto team fights, but that's exactly what Blacklist did. That's the same mistake that we saw from BTK last game. This is something very uncharacteristic about Blacklist. They don't really go for these crazy team fights. Again, Venus went alone with Wise. That was a 2v5.
Yeah. And then we're too deep. I think that they're really feeling the lead that they have, especially after just getting the Lord. They want to get a pick off, and that's really a great idea. However, BTK, they cannot celebrate just yet. They still need to deal with the lanes. They still need to get back to lead. So far, it is a gold lead in favor of BTK, but that doesn't mean that they have the straight-up advantage over Blacklist. Most importantly, because Wise just picked up the Radiant Armor, and it's going to mess against the Eve, as well as the Esmeralda and the Lunas altogether.
Well, here we go. BTK's running right into it. Head for a Shark into the Royal Fire. Numina Blast as well as the Wolf Wombo combo comes out to punish out Wise. That's going to be a little unlucky as Oh My Venus cannot save him from that situation. Guiding Wind can only save one person at a time, but Edward now getting attacked here on towards that mid-side. Daytona's welcome. Is it going to connect just in time? No, it does not. 4-5 from Victor makes all the difference here as Fire Chicken taking 50% of his HP in one Bennett's Rage.
This is the thing. thing that I keep on mentioning, man. BTK, the reason Blacklist International were able to come back last game was because they played the side lanes perfectly. They set up every single time. They didn't let BTK just control their jungle. But this time around, Blacklist, they're getting too overzealous again. Even when they're losing in gold, look at the map. Every single time that BTK goes for the engage, they have the pressure all across the board. With that, they're able to build up such a good team fight with the positioning of every single member. And Blacklist, they're always caught off guard. They're starting to get dirty with it. And Blacklist, they need to stay in composure because right now it is definitely not looking good.
In the Philippines, we call this the Squid Game tactic, where you use the Eve in combination with like an Farsa AoE or maybe a Thorn Rose that's a triangle, so you form a circle, a square. And that's BTK kind of doing that. And the Numinum Blast covers for it, as well as the other floor skills from BTK, including the ultimate coming out from the real world manipulation. And really what they control there is not really the heroes, but more of the area. If you take control of a territory for BTK, that is like the kill zone for BTK. And so far, Blacklist International are engaging in that kill zone.
Absolutely. And the one thing I do want to add from the side of Blacklist is that their composition relies heavily on diving towards the enemy team, right? With all these heroes in your arsenal, you need to go in. And what does BTK want to do? They want to just kite over and look for the pickoffs, look for the range, look for the poke, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yep, Numenor Blast is already landing on towards Edward's side. It's going to be the glorious pathway to try and disengage that team. Haji already getting great Nibiru's passion, but Brilliant's fried chicken just in time to make it out. Flickers forward. He wants to kill the carries. It's his time. Winter trying to bail him out. Zia in trouble as the flowing blood is going to be taken. No, it's going to be Aji who takes him out with Nibiru, and they walk on forward. Truck can only do so much. Protect their backline as much as they can. The 2-for-0 trade, but Victor, he's looking for some kind of retribution on his side. He is gigantic as Edward cannot deal with the amount of damage as Victor is scaled very, very well. Blast, mega kill coming out from Mobazane with the Death Sonata. They've got Lord on their side, and now they're pushing to take it all. Risk it for the biscuit. Falling Star Moon coming in for Victor as they break open the inhibitor. This is their moment. They could maybe steal a game, but BTK disciplined as ever. Aggression has its limits. They finally disengage and look for bottom inhibitor.
It happens again, Wolf. And again, look at this. Gideon, what's happening?
They're pulling them in. Oheb is trying to get them over with the flowing pup, but oh my Venus goes down. Haji next to fall. Oheb needs to survive as BTK are looking to hold him up. Oheb is doing his best, but Fried Chicken takes him out in one fell swoop. Is there a wave? Looking around the map, mid lane is going to get opened wide here as the inhibitor goes down. Every inhibitor is gone. BTK's patience is working out. Sierra needs to get stunned up, but Edward, he finds the target with a Daytona's welcome. It's not going to be a BTK. They have done it. North America take another game off of the Filipino champions. GG, well played.
No time to sleep, man. It's 3 a.m., 4 a.m. We're going to keep on going. North America, you better stay awake because BTK are trying to break the code.
Beautiful.
They came out to play. My goodness, everything was stacked against them. But that Lord fight that started with the over-aggression of Blacklist International. I mean, Gideon is clapping. I'm gonna clap with him. My God. Okay, so it's all about just the target selection coming out from BTK, and that's also their bread and butter in game number 1, where they were able to win against Blacklist International. It all happened in... I would say they didn't layer their ultimates or their skills. They put it all together at the same time.
No, the
coordination is amazing.
I agree. You know, the coordination, sure. Blacklist did make a lot of mistakes, but BTK was always there to capitalize on that fact. And one of the major mistakes is they keep on going for prolonged fights. Their heroes don't work that way. They're one and done. They go in initial fight, all the burst used up, all the ability used up, cooldown, and cooldown. But for BTK with Victor on the Esmeralda, the Lunox coming in and constantly doing damage, they kept on going for these prolonged fights, and I don't understand why. It is very uncharacteristic of them.
Yep, honestly, this is huge for every one of the members from BTK's side. Aside from their carries, Fly Chicken, as well as Mobazane, you gotta give it to the rest of them. Victor Cole just coxing them into the pressure. Shark managing to peel them off, and Zia stepping up huge, making sure that when the time is right, it is going to be set in blood.
You can see the smiles from Mobazane, from all the players. What's up, guys? Welcome to Game 5. No one expected you to be here, but here you are. Let's get it. one phrase.
That topside by Shark instantaneously as Matilda controlling that river pressure.
I want to say the Thams is more inclined to win against the Esmeralda in a 1v1 setup. That's why BTK put Shark in there just to poke out this Esmeralda, this Thams for a little bit. Maybe that will give a little bit of a head start for BTK.
Absolutely. Now, again, it is going to be really, really good for the side of Blacklist here in the early stages with Wise just basically getting that little wander, right? Both of the junglers need to scale, and this is what BTK needs to do with the composition, is to get an initial lead, I suppose, with that Isum Shin. You need to get that guy rolling, man. Once he gets those items, he is going to be a nuisance, but if he scales as well as the Aldous, honestly, my favorite Aldous.
Yeah. And one thing I do like about Blacklist International, this Ruby Eve combination. I love this because you always set up for the real world manipulation. And as a position 5 Ruby, you're just required to just dish out the crowd control and not much about the damage and have the damage department be covered by the Eve. So it makes total sense to me, especially because what Blacklist International wants to do is just to drag out the game long enough for both the stacking or infinitely scaling heroes like the Aldous and the Alice will be strong in the late game.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most standard meta game
Yeah,
we've seen
exactly.
from either one of these sides. Very familiar, especially to the NPL regions, who overall generally hover around a lot of these heroes here. Now, BTK immediately moving in towards that top side jungle. So far, the level 4s are getting hit by both junglers at this point of time. Turtle's coming up in about 5 seconds or so. Now, rather slow, but oh my Venus, Gao getting punished here. Moba Zane getting very close to getting some good damage and maybe even first blood.
Honestly, that was really good setup for the side of BTK. They go in for the trade. You can see actually that was really well coordinated. Yep. They were going for the camp in that jungle invading as well, but they know that they want to go for a fight in the mid lane. They want to deal additional damage, and that literally just set up for the Turtle.
What's happening bot side here? Turtle goes over by the STB here for BTK, but so far FryChicken getting a good Chaos Assault on towards Wise's side, but he can just absorb the damage. Yeah. Both heroes don't have a lot of items in or a lot of stacks, but the Chase Fate coming up towards that side, just to speed up his clearing.
I really like how the Wise using this Aldous. He's really good. He's using that ultimate very efficiently just to roam around the map to get him to places a little bit faster, but look at this, BTK going in for the gank.
It's not going to be good just yet. Oh, they forced out the flicker coming in for Oheb. This could be a potential punish later on in towards that game. He's got to wait 120 seconds before he gets that back, but let's double check on the items so far.
Yeah, for BTK, they're going to be amassing a lot of items, which is good because, at least this time they're evening up when it comes to trades.
Yep, Zia's going to lose 50% of his HP for and now. Nothing much is being achieved here for either side. It's a dead even game thus far.
That really is surprising because we know that in the first 4 games of the match, they just run into each other like so often. But this time, it's game number 5. Everything is literally on the line. The winner will advance to the upper bracket, and the loser will be put in that lower bracket where there's so many strong teams that can eliminate you. So everything hangs in the balance in this last game.
Honestly, this is the calm before the storm, right? You know something's bound to happen, and that is going to be most probably the second turtle of the game, Most of the time here, after the first turtle, none of the teams want to go for any crazy engages, but wait a minute, I might just made a mistake, Venus!
He's on some trouble here. He's taking way too much damage here, and Shark immediately able to punish first blood by Razor going over to BTK. Really nicely done.
That was beautiful again.
Beautiful. And then Zia even held on to the real world manipulation. Oh, sorry, in the meta there's because he knows that they want to control this turtle area after the fight. So BTK really managing their resources well.
Look, BTK, they're looking so warmed up right now. They're working like a well-oiled machine. You can definitely see that they're, stuttering here and there during the earlier stages of the game against Blacklist International, but I feel like they've really found their own momentum and really oiled up the gears.
Absolutely, man. The thing is, for the side of BTK, they're just really good at these prolonged fights, and that's exactly what they want to keep on doing. Just look for these crazy skirmishes all across the board, and this is most probably what they're baiting in to do right here.
Yep, Wise, he's going to have to get on out of there. I don't think he has enough sex for the real world manipulation. Yes, there they have it. FryChicken finds it again, solo killing Oheb, and now the bottom side is getting initially pushed down as BTK wants to press the advantage here. Nicely done by FryChicken.
Like I said, it's all a setup for a fight. They only started the turtle to look for a fight in Blacklist International. They went a little bit too greedy. They didn't have a good position there. They didn't even know whether the bottom side was winning, was pushing, and they still forced it away. These are mistakes that are uncanny.
It's very uncanny. I mean, Oheb he has played this matchup way many times before in many other players and matchups in the Philippines, but for some reason, Fried Chicken finds the opening kill against Oheb. That's a solo kill, in fact. And that gave BTK so much control into that turtle. Even Edward was too late to the party, and BTK just got that objective, which is what they needed. If you want to play the Yi Shin from the jungler role, you have to always get the objectives. First turtle, second turtle, and the third turtle.
Here comes BTK as they rotate from the top side down towards Oheb, and they know for a fact that turret is so low. And there we go. Mobazane just going to tank a couple of shots just to break down the turret here on bottom side and open the map up a little bit more.
That's the play you do when you have the turtle buff. Take advantage of the shield. That shield cools down, okay? So you have to make the most of it. And he did exactly that.
Very smart, very intelligent plays here coming in from the side of BTK, not only getting the turret in the bottom side, but also rotating their members to that top side to just protect the turret. So not only, again, are they looking for the proactive movements on the map to get objectives, but they're also defending their objectives really, really well.
Yep, I think the game's only really going to start taking place once mid opens up, but we'll see how this is going to play as BTK now starting to press their advantages here. A very slight advantage, 2.2k so far in towards Blacklist's jungle. Slowly but surely, they just have to push and pull until somebody makes that mistake. Feather Airstrike does come up. Haji isn't going to force any situation right now. His top side might be in a little bit of trouble. Majority of the BTK members just hovering for priority over this turtle.
Well, Blacklist International is giving Oheb the double lane treatment, wherein you also get the mid lane, some of the mid lane minions, as well as your own lane, the gold lane minions, in fact, for this Alice. This is because you need recovery. And maybe for the next purple buff, they are going to give it to the Alice so that at least they can fight in this turtle. However, they might be too late.
Oh, again, they're just so clean with these engages, with these setups.
Wait,
look at the top side.
Top side, Edward, he might be in some trouble here as Victor has already initiated on top of him. Fried Chicken came in a little later to disregard what Edward had to make in terms of his statement, but so far, BTK and as well as Blacklist International, BTK is posing questions and Blacklist International hasn't necessarily put up answers just yet. They're just avoiding these questions.
The switch has been flipped. Blacklist International identifying that BTK have already gotten a good early game. They will now split the map. It's macro play from now on. You're going to see Wise just going into some parts of the lane and maybe clear that one out. Edward in a static lane, all the while Oheb just controlling all of the mid lane as well as maybe some other lane. So the thing is, Blacklist International is all full macro mode at this point. What will BTK do with this, though?
They're matching them. Look, Esmeralda is dealing with Aldous down on towards that bottom side, and you know, she can, for now, she can handle him while there is still time. But BTK want to press their advantage with Fried Chicken as they move on forward. Shark does not start the initiation just yet, but definitely baits Edward into potentially using something, or at the very least, popping his ult early. Oh, Shark now getting pulled in by the I'm Offended, who gets out very easily. Feathered Airstrike can guarantee that they're not going to get punished here. Oheb throwing the flowing, but hopefully tried to deter them away.
The thing about Blacklist's composition is that they really do want to go for that wombo combo team fight. If they don't get that, it's going to be actually really, really hard. And that's the thing with the Yi Shin. It's really good. Not only do you have that unstoppable dash, but you also have another option. You can take that guiding win.
Yeah, the thing with Blacklist International is they went for the Aldous and the Alice, and this is as greedy as it sounds, right? Everybody needs those stacks. So in both Oheb as well as Wise, they have that passive component wherein they need time, they need gold and XP.
Speaking of which, Feather Airstrike already coming as Mobazane gets targeted. Chain Fate does not work. I'm Offended comes on through, but here it comes. Real wall manipulation, and Oheb's doing a great job at cutting the members down of BTK. It's a 2-for-1 trade so far, but now Victor all by himself. Edward is coming in to say hello to the situation as Oh My Venus manages to get on out of there with a quick flicker. But look, Fried Chicken on that top side. You may have one extra kill, but I got another turret right under their noses. Hold up! Victor manages to pick off Oh My Venus down on the bottom side of the map. Now they have a very clear advantage. Edward holding on strong as Fried Chicken can easily win this, but he has to time it well. Flickers out of the situation as Edward already using his Molten Slice and as a Vengeance at the same time. Oh, Mobazane covers everybody, dropping down his Alta Mounted Shocker to give them vision.
All right, again, I want to emphasize this. Blacklist International, their composition relies heavily on the full 5v5 combo wombos. And as you can see, sure, they got the initial victory in that team fight, but it's all for not
Oheb, he's dead. What? He's dead. He went right into the chopping block, and BTK happily dropped the guillotine.
Oh my God.
very, very unlikely jump coming out from Ohe. What was he hoping to achieve there? I mean, doesn't have the best way to steal the Lord. And in fact, the Lord just, the announcer just announced that the Lord has been taken. And maybe we get to see that in the replay. All due fairness, Blacklist International, they're really off of what Miracle was trying to say, the wombo combos. You can see Haji, the Kevin Durant, the KDA machine setting up for display with the Ruby as well as the Eve combo that we have always been talking about. But off-cam kills is what we saw. I mean, what we didn't see. I mean, the kill onto the Eve.
But let's see this momentum here coming out for BTK. You can see they're getting hungrier. They're getting thirstier. You know what they want. The Lord has already been achieved. And here comes the falling Star Moon on towards Y's side. They've taken all the tier 2 turrets. And with the next wave, mid-tier 2 shall fall. And Blacklist International forced back a 6K goal lead for BTK. Is this huge or what? As Haji goes into the middle of fight, Victor is able to hold on strong. Feathered airstrike. More than enough damage. Falling Star Moon to secure the kill. He trades his life, but he doesn't care about it anymore as they will open up the inhibitors here. BTK open up the top side already. Blacklist International running out of time.
Oh, crazy as it sounds, BTK just off of their confidence in that play. I mean, Victor, he knows that the rest of his team can just take a better trade. For example, yes, they did die on their Expedite in exchange for a Ruby, but they were able to get a kill, a turret down up top. So this is BTK getting an inhibitor 11 minutes into this game.
These are the things that Blacklist does to other teams, and BTK, they're doing it to them. What is going on, man? M3 has literally been just flipped over its head, and we are seeing that BTK again. I want to emphasize this one more time. No coach, no analyst, no problem.
In every world championship, there's always the underdog that we'd love to see thrive. BTK might be it.
Yep, BTK just might be it. And we're going into the middle fight, absorbing that damage. Chain Fate on towards Wombo. He manages to get out of the real one. Manipulation does not clip it right at the end. What? He find it. That's Victor. Fight Chicken has done it. Victor is now in the backline as they find a huge opportunity to break for it. They flicker on for it. They find another kill. That's 2. They can get the third. Mobazane. They have done it. They have gotten that triple kill. No wave to punish as BTK move towards that top side. They're gonna proxy the waves. They just need Shark to destroy Oheb here. Well done. They have done it. The biggest upset here so far. BTK have beaten Blacklist International. GG. Well played. North America has come.
What the heck happened there, man? Your all-nighter has just been, oh my, I'm just speechless right now. BTK, baby. Everyone in this team, they came over. The first time they've met was in the airport, and they've managed to get the victory against the tournament favorites.
That is huge.
Oh my goodness, and Victor! As well as Momo say, they're so happy with this. The odds are way against them. The 2% that went and voted for BTK from the Philippines, they're so happy with this. The majority of the regions, if you look at the other countries, they didn't vote as much for BTK, but BTK defied all odds. No coaches, no managers. I'm sorry if I repeat a miracle, but that is a massive, massive victory for BTK.
I don't know. The size of relief of the BTK members well deserved as they move on towards the next stage here in the upper brackets, and they hold strong throughout. So happy for this team in North America. Will rejoice and recognize that these are their representatives.
They're not even in the top 10 power rankings of M3 before this tournament now. What do we rank them as? Do we rank them as #1 in the world at this point?
It's tough to say, but Leo and LaFell, please break down this amazing victory coming in for the BloodThristyKings.